Hello. Welcome to the channel. This channel is for higher learning and learning new spiritual techniques and just reading cards and reading the energy. And, this is a learning process for all of us. So I'm glad that you're here. I'm very appreciative that you clicked on my video. So I did a pre-pull, and we have here Beneath the Surface, number 39. I could be talking to somebody who is 39 years old. Don't have to be. This card speaks of whoever I'm talking to, you are not content in this life that others are okay with. Getting married, having children, there's nothing wrong with that. But for some of us who have not found the strength in marriage, maybe you've witnessed a lot of terrible marriages, people getting married way too soon, way too early. They don't really know themselves. They didn't experience life. I'm not saying they didn't experience life. I'm saying leaving the nest of where you grew up, leaving your family. I believe there is a story. I cannot put my finger on the names, but there's a story. It might be biblical. It might be more historical, of a man who had two sons, excuse me, and one left and asked for their inheritance. I want my money and I want to go see the world. And they did. The other son stayed behind and never left their father's side. The son that had left had come back, had spent all of their money, and did a lot of, I guess you could call, sinful acts. He went out and he experienced life and found out what worked for him and what didn't, and came back to his father apologizing, being grateful, showing remorse, basically repenting and just acknowledging the choices that he had made that were poor. But the thing is that those choices, if he hadn't taken that journey, he would have never realized that. So the other son became very jealous. I stood by your side, Father. He went off and took money, and I never even asked for my money. And herein lies the problem. The other son who stayed behind never spoke up for himself. He never was able to express his experience his true desires. 2:57 on the timer. And by doing so, he hadn't experienced how to be grateful for the things that he did have. So he became jealous of the other son. And this is reminding me of Cain and Abel. Became very, very jealous and very upset with his father, and I do believe he took out revenge on them. But the point of my story, going back to Beneath the Surface, that this mundane life that everybody has convinced themselves from society's perspective that they should be living, that it's not for you. And that's great. That's actually, you might feel like you're being left out, and that's normal, but ultimately you're not, because when the truth of the matter is, these other realms, these other dimensions, the other beings, archangels, your ancestors, your spirit guides, they're very proud of you for realizing this, because not many people come to this realization. They want to fit in. They want to be normal. Normal gets you nowhere. I know that for a fact. It gets you nowhere. We are here to expand, have experiences. Money is supposed to buy you experiences. It's not meant to be flaunted and bragged about. And, oh, look, I have this. I was that person at one point. 4:40 on the timer. And now 4:44. I love that number. Oh, this breaks down to a 4. Thank you, Spirit. With 39. Okay, so let me get back to this. You're being asked to really dive deep. What do you like? I know it's not easy. We've been trained to be slaves, to work for the man, to be in fright and flight mode all the time, and that doesn't resonate with your soul. And that's why so many obstacles keep being thrown in your way to wake you up. It's the trauma. So with the universe being one entity, the divine, God, Allah, Vishnu, whoever it is you subscribe to, many names for the same thing, it wanted to experience itself. This is what they call the Big Bang. In order to experience itself, the divine had to separate, which made light and dark. It also created what we call trauma. To experience itself, to then have the third, it's the law of three, okay? It's kind of like you have your truth, my truth, and the absolute truth. The number 3 and the triangle is like the perfect shape, okay? It gives us a chance to look outside ourselves or look beneath the surface to find out what is really the truth, okay? Not sure exactly where we were going with that, Spirit, but I will leave it at that if that's what you want. You know, this life is not supposed to be working and then despising life and having kids, and then you're looking at them and you're just like, oh yeah, just wait for it. Just wait till life actually kicks your butt. And so you're using your past traumas to project an energy onto your children. And that is really what's bringing people down. I've noticed that I experienced it myself with my son. It really put a perspective on things. I was like, whoa, this isn't even his energy. Like, why am I having him experience my trauma and what I went through? Because he never has to experience that. I've already made that declaration. My son will never experience a hand being laid on him by his parents. He only has me, but by his mother. And he doesn't have a father to lay hands on him. So that is one cycle I have been very adamant about breaking, because all I saw in my hometown, all I saw within my family was, oh, let me backhand you because I don't know how to use my words. And it aggravated me so much as a child because I just wanted somebody to talk to me, to hear what my side was, because other people would take the narrative, oh, well, she's a liar and she did this and she did that and her mom committed suicide, so she's troubled anyway. And none of it was true, but everybody took the narrative of others above my own. And it hurt. And I promised myself that my child would never have to experience that. I will believe you, but I will also look into it. I will do further investigation. I'm not going to just take my child at their word. I'm going to believe them. I'm going to let them know that I believe in them. But there also children will take advantage of that. I saw it with my own siblings. So showing that you have discernment and really asking the questions, really diving deep, not just being like, okay, yeah, yep. Because that's going to make the child think that they can get away with anything. So I'm getting out there, aren't I, Spirit? It is what it is. I'm trying to find my own rhythm, guys. I'm trying to find I'm not trying to be like other readers. I think the readers that I have been watching for the past year since my spiritual awakening, since I found out all of this is even real, and coming back to my childhood, how I was raised by my mother before she committed suicide, that I am very special and she was very special, and this world is not built for people that are as special as us, but it's starting to. I can see it around ever since my mentality has changed. I have like-minded people coming to me. The universe is bringing me exactly what I want. Now, this is crazy. This is crazy. In a completely different deck, if you look at my shorts this morning, I pulled the void. The void. Divine Feminine, because I even mentioned Swimming Through the Void because I love his channel. I love how it's more, it's material to help you grow instead of just giving you karmic relationship stories, even though those things are really good to get clarification on what's going on behind the scenes, because you don't need to be getting in contact with any of these people. If you don't know how, I mean, it's really not that difficult, guys. I mean, I've been doing it for about 1.5 years, but pulling cards and really getting comfortable with the messages that are coming out, you'll be like, oh, that's not significant. Everything is significant. Everything. Everything is spiritual. So embrace winter. Stop and embrace winter. The great cosmic womb. Holy Spirit, what is going on? Okay, I also spoke this morning about the womb. Sex magic. I made it. There's another short. Go back and see the one this morning that was labeled sex magic. Womb magic. These people are falling. They can't take your energy anymore. 11:07 on the timer. 7-11. So anyway, the void. We have the void again, and with the great cosmic womb. So just stop. Take a deep breath into your Manipura. Somebody needs to do a solar plexus meditation. That would really, really help. And share your story. Share your song. You think it's not uncomfortable? 11:44 on the timer. You think it's not difficult for me to stand up here and talk about this? It is. It's taken me over 1 year. I've been wanting to share my story for so long, but it's not as easy as people might think. But you have whale and orca elders. Share your song. Frequency of sound. Diving deep. Thank you, Spirit. Beneath the surface. You need to dive deep. Not just on the surface level with this mundane, superficial stuff. It's diving deep. Like, if you were on a remote island, like the show Lost, if you were stranded there, what would make other people want to stick around you? Okay? Without everything else, talking about this, talking about that, talking about going on trips, what makes you authentic? What makes you you? Why are you worth keeping around? Everybody is worth keeping around. Everybody is worth something. But you know what I mean. I hope you know what I mean. Because I'm not trying to offend anybody. That is the last thing I want. But you need to share your song. Maybe you're a singer. But diving deep. Gosh, I love this. Holy Spirit, what is going on? This is cool. I love it when everything like syncs up. Even though it's like 2 shorts and then the video. 13, 16. The golden children. We need to protect the children. And you are that child too. You're a golden child. Your inner child. Diving deep into your inner child. That's where you're going to find your rare gifts. Somebody could have done a meditation and been visualizing the 2 pillars with the light. It could have been the blue light or the white light. And entering that, your Akashic records or the omnipresence. Sirius energy, connecting to the Sirius star system to bring harmony and balance. Because you're innocent and you're tender, you're kind, you're loving. That inner child is in there and it's bursting. It wants to be loved by you. It wants to be acknowledged. Okay. This goes with beneath the surface, the mundane, other people getting married, the superficial and titles and whatnot, which doesn't resonate with you. You're learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. So the 9 to 5 is not for you. Whoever I'm talking to, 9 to 5ers, that is not for you. you're learning that I learned this backwards. I learned to be human, and then I found out I was divine. And boy, was it just like ripping off a Band-Aid, because I don't have family. And besides my son. So, and the family I do have wouldn't talk to me and wouldn't give me answers. They didn't want to share photos of my mother. I was at a dead end. And so I asked the universe to help me. And boy, did it answer me. It answered me in the most beautiful, chaotic way I can describe to you. I'm getting chills all over my body. Thank you, Spirit. Yeshua. Mary's in the house. Could be working with Ascended Masters, finding out more information about Yeshua and Mary and the lies about in the Bible, how they changed things around. Thank you, Spirit. Like, clear your voice so you could say this properly. Yeah, you're in this world, but you don't have to be of it, because you know there's better out there. You deserve better. Other people deserve better. This is not it. The politics and people complaining all the time, and that's not what this life is about. This is about fun. The new work, our future work, is going to be about play. The more you're able to enjoy something, the more you're able to play around with things, that is what is going... I'm sorry if I'm too loud. I forgot I have my earpiece in. It's something I'm working on, guys. I recently found out that I only have 10% earth in my chart. And where I thought I had less air, I actually have a lot of air and a lot of fire. And I thought it was the reverse. I thought I had a lot of water and a lot of earth, and it turns out it was the opposite. I don't know if you guys have checked out Nebula. There's a couple other sites you can put in your time and your birth date, because there's many different sites you can do this, but this one I can actually look at, and it tells, like, because I was doing my asteroids as well, like Juno and Lilith and my Palace, which are great, but I was taking those into account. But it's more the 5 main planets. Mars, Venus, Sun, Moon. It's not North Node. It's something else. I'm sure somebody will be able to put it down in the comment section. That would be great. But it's those 5 that really have to do with your interplanetary energies, which really have to do with your energies. The others are more outside energies. So my 5 main planets are the ones that were taken into account. So to find out that I have 40% air and only 10% earth, no wonder I'm like even my son, it's so much energy that sometimes you can't sit down. It's very hyperactive. It's very up there, up in the air. So I'm actually about to go to the river here in Texas. It's been raining, but I've been led to... I was wondering why I kept finishing my showers with cold water. I started this like 1.5 to 2 years ago, and I thought it was for closing cuticles in my hair and my skin, because I was looking up techniques to better take care of myself. And then that was just the way the universe led me to do that. It was the way that my mind and my body, my spirit, my soul was able to grasp that information and be like, oh yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. But now, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the Iceman and people taking ice baths. Even I saw one with a pregnant lady doing ice baths in the morning. It is so good for resetting your not your vagus nerve, your body. I'm just going to leave it at that because I can't think of the proper word right now, but it helps reset your immune system. Anything, any stuck stagnant energy that's all up in there, it is going to help wipe it out. And for the first time, I am actually going to go down and jump in the river. Yeah, and it's pretty cold. So, but I've been led to do this, and I know the benefits. You have to make a sacrifice. Is it going to be uncomfortable? Hell yes. But I'm going to have so many benefits from this. Oh, I was just reminded, the doctor, not Dr. Joe Dispenza, who, I want to say Richard. Anyway, there is another YouTuber or videos going around about a morning technique with like, don't drink your coffee first thing in the morning. Wait 90 minutes to 2 hours, because the acetylcholine or something that goes up when you stay awake, it keeps building, but when you go to sleep, that molecule it goes down. The acetylcholine goes back down. But in the morning, when you wake up, if there's still some lingering around, it needs to be processed. It needs to be flowed through your body. But what happens whenever you drink coffee that early, your dopamine is not able to enter because it's being blocked by the molecules and what is in your coffee. So taking these small steps of like waiting for your coffee, getting really hydrated, drinking tea instead of in the morning. I'm going to tell you firsthand, I have seen a tremendous increase, 2101 on the timer, in how I feel in my mood. Like in the afternoon, I used to crash. Like 3 or 4 o'clock, I'm crashing, I'm getting my son, and then I'm tired and I don't want to do anything. Now, since I pushed that back, and I only drink half. Like this isn't from a day. Like I left half of it from yesterday and then I drank the other half. And the benefits that I'm seeing and I'm feeling from this is so incredible. And back to this the other doctor that was explaining this process, also in his morning routine does a cold shower right before work. And what this does is it increases your dopamine, your feel-good feelings later on in the day. All right, Spirit's telling me to move on from this. I had to add that, though, because it's been a tremendous help in my life to be, deep cellular healing, physical and emotional healing, I want to travel to some ley lines. Power lines, ley lines, trust where you're led. I was told I couldn't have kids, and then 6 years ago I crossed over the Arizona ley lines, saw a picture of my ex-boyfriend who had just gotten married and they were about to have a baby. I got very jealous and very emotional and was like, I could have a baby, I would be a great mother. 22:33 on the timer. And when I think back on it, it's crazy and beautiful, because I went over those ley lines at the time that I was feeling those sensations and those emotions, and I got what I asked for. I got exactly what I asked for. Maybe not in the way that I wanted it, because I wasn't specific enough, but I'm understanding now that I can be more specific and more descriptive in the things that I want. Also, at one point last year, I was writing down how I wanted my future partner and mate to look like, but I never put anything about their personality. I even put some sexual remarks in there, and boy, did I get it. And the tattoo was in the same exact spot. They were well off. They had a great position and all this stuff. He tried having sex with me in front of my 4-year-old. I think he was 3 at the time, but you know what I mean? Like, nope. So I learned to be a lot more specific in the internal world of my partner, how I want my person's internal world. And the universe is like, you got to sacrifice something. You can't have it. They're not going to look and be exactly the way you want. You're going to have to make some sacrifice. I even hear people say the person that comes in is not going to be your typical type. And I've learned that that's okay, because I've met some people that I was not physically attracted to at all. And then after I was around them and hung around them, I realized their inner beauty was magnificent. And I was very attracted to that. And then I'll be around somebody I'm physically attracted to, but then they open their mouth and I'm like, close your mouth, please. I'm sure I've been there a couple times. Oh man, I'm gonna shut up. Oh, this is a great day, man. It's a great day. It's every day to be alive. 'Cause it's a great day to be alive. I know the sun's still shining when I close my eyes. There's hard times in the neighborhood, but why can't every day be just this good? It's a great day to be alive. Life lessons, earth school, higher learning. Your soul is growing. You're here in earth school. There's so much water on this table right now. So much water on this table. So somebody is going beneath the surface, knowing that the mundane world is not for them, that you're technically not really human. You are like Yeshua. You are realizing your greatness and your true potential of who you are, because you're innocent and you have rare gifts. No matter what this earth plane in this lifetime, the experiences you had, that is not who you are. Spirit, you're distracting me a little. Hold on. Life lessons, soul growth study. So you are studying, you're coming into your gifts, you're learning more about your gifts. Do you see her? She's diving in. Love it. Beneath the surface, dive in, higher learning. So, mudras. This means balance and harmony. Balance and harmony. This is not a gang sign. This is not, Jay-Z trying to inflict, and please, Jay-Z, you do you. I'm just pointing out, when I saw a picture like this and then people criticizing him, I'm just like, they know not what they do. They know not what they do because they're ignorant of the information that's been withheld from them. And that's not even their fault. That's why, you can't even blame. There is no blame. There's only us standing in our truth and being. And as long as we continue on our path, and, we're nice and we're kind and we're humble and we're gracious with those around us, but we also acknowledge, it's their path. They will either travel down their road, or they're going to stay in this mundane human world that we don't resonate with, because we know there's more. We deserve more. Because we've done this before and we already know. We're already at 27:41. Holy crap. Okay. I'm not complaining. But you did tell me to pull this out, and I know it's for another reason. So let's see what mudra would help the collective or whoever is listening with their life lessons, with looking beneath the surface. Holy Spirit, holy archangels, what is going to help with the soul's growth right now? Being in this world but not of it. Please and thank you. Okay, we got something. Brilliance. Tijaz Mudra. 25 could be significant, also breaking down to a 7. This is going to assist with your inner light, with focus, with radiance. The benefits: direct breath to your heart, your chest, and your ribs. It assists in your immune system and awakens and uplifts your energy. So caution with anybody with heart conditions and hypertension. Use caution. And the focus is, I embrace the radiant brilliance of my loving heart. So you're going to bend the 2 index fingers. Right? Yeah. So your thumbs are going to go together. Your index finger is going to point. Touching. Bring the thumbs together, facing upwards. Spread the other fingers apart and wide. Hold the mudra in front of your heart, a few inches away from the body, and relax the elbows downwards. I embrace the radiant brilliance of my loving heart. I embrace the loving I embrace the radiant brilliance of my loving heart. I embrace the radiant brilliance of my loving heart. With harm to none, so mote it be done. And with that, I love you guys. Have a great day. Till next time.